Hey guys, welcome to CRS Tech Talk. This is another edition of the show. I'm Julia Sherwin, and of course CRS stands for Conference Room Systems. Well, today we are combining technology with a little bit of travel and tourism because, hey, isn't that fun? In just over 2 weeks, the Stream Geek Summit will be coming to New York City to the Dream Downtown Hotel, and I'll have all of that and more coming up right after this. So welcome back. This is CRS Tech Talk. You may have seen my studio tour video a few weeks ago when I talked about some of the critical components that you need to have if you want to start a live stream. You may just be thinking about starting a live stream. You may already be live streaming. Either way, there is an event coming up in New York City in just over 2 weeks at the Dream Downtown Hotel. It's on November the 8th. It's a Friday. It's called the Stream Geek Summit, and it will be a full day of live streaming education. So if you're just getting started with live streaming, even if you're a pro, you're not going to want to miss this event because industry pros from LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, they're all going to be there to share their insights and knowledge into this growing field. Of course, esports is a big component of that. There will be student gamers there participating in an esports tournament that will be live streamed to Twitch. There'll be so many opportunities to attend workshops, get that education, and to also network. So the Stream Geeks, you may have heard of them before, our PTZ Optics camera line that we sell here on Conference Room Systems. That is a big component of the Stream Geeks and what they do with their streams each week. They use these live streaming cameras that have gained so much popularity. And the founder of the Stream Geeks and the creator of the Stream Geek Summit is actually going to join me today. His name is Paul Richards, and he will take us through some of the details of the Stream Geek Summit that will take place Friday, November the 8th at the Dream Downtown. This is in Chelsea, so this is a great area of New York. Consider a day trip. Maybe you want to spend the whole weekend in New York. There's going to be a lot of fun things to do. There's actually a Thursday night reception on November the 7th. It's going to start late afternoon, early evening. It will be a live streaming walking tour of Chelsea and the meatpacking district with an in-depth look at Chelsea Market, and that's going to be led by Ariel Vieira. He's known as Urbanist. He's a well-known live streamer who combines travel in and around New York City with the history of the city. So that's going to be something that you may want to check out. So the Stream Geek Summit, you can see if we can bring up the web address so that if you're interested in learning more, purchasing tickets, they are still available. It's streamgeeks.us/summit. I believe I have that correct. Yes. Okay, great. So there you have it. It's 15 days away, and we can scroll down here and check out some of the sessions and panels that are going to be taking place. Again, you know, the Stream Geeks didn't learn this stuff overnight. It took some time to build that technical knowledge and expertise, and they were excited about it and wanted to share that knowledge with you. As you saw, Jeffrey Colon will be the keynote speaker. He's the head of Microsoft brand advertising. So if you're somebody who works in an advertising utilizing your marketing capacity. You're going to want to see really what live streaming can do for your business. If you are an educator, live streaming for education, streaming what you're teaching, that will be another session. A lot of educational institutions are finding that they're, relying more and more on distance learning as part of their curriculum offerings using live streaming cameras such as the PTZ Optics line of cameras. And so many people are just expecting that to be an option when it comes to their educational journeys, really, that you have to have a distance learning program. So we can also bring up some other, if we have other programs we can bring up, if you can bring them up on the screen. Okay, so these are the summit workshops. I mentioned Ariel Vieira, who's going to lead the live stream on Thursday evening. Then we've got industry leaders from LinkedIn, Facebook, also let's see. Yep. Mobile streaming what you're teaching. I mentioned that. Mobile streaming, that is such a really new area where people are just getting out there and realizing that IRL stream is so exciting for viewers to see and engage in. And we're going to have so special session on that. Of course, lunch will be included with your ticket there. This is the Dream Downtown. It's a gorgeous hotel right in Chelsea. We're going to kind of have a little bit of a neighborhood feel as well. So, and it's going to be an event that is not overcrowded. It's not going to be, thousands of people like some of the bigger trade shows that you may have been to. This is going to be really sort of a personal kind of event, lots of opportunity for learning and networking, smaller sessions, and of course, all the things that, you would also expect industry leaders from a show like this. So do we have our guest? Is he available?
Yes.
Paul Richards.
Hi.
Hey, it's great to have you. Paul, you have been working so hard on this summit. Tell me a little bit about, what was your motivation for, starting a summit like this?
Sure. So, Julia, as you mentioned, we didn't learn how to do video production overnight, and no one does. It's really a journey. And so many businesses, brands, students, people in the industry are all starting to try to wrap their head around what's happened in the past decade. Live streaming has slowly become more and more and more popular. And when big social media networks like Facebook, like LinkedIn, like Microsoft's Mixer platform and Amazon's Twitch platform, when they make live streaming free for the masses, you see these massive amounts of people starting to use live streaming, and it's becoming one of the most authentic forms of communication for businesses to really have that amazing kind of communication online with large audiences. And so we saw all of this happening, and our business has really grown because of it. And we said, let's have a summit where we can invite all the top industry professionals together. And sure, it'll be a small summit the first year, but the value of live streaming will allow everyone in the world who's interested to tune in and get this free day of education.
I think that's great. And there are so many people interested in live streaming because, let's face it, we're all scrolling through our phones every day and we see videos and content creators. But, that beginning first step, getting started, can be a little bit daunting for people if you're a small business, or maybe you're not a small business but you've worked in marketing for a number of years or communications, and you say, well, this is another way to really engage my audiences, to really connect with people, to connect with your customer, whether it is a retail customer or a student in a classroom. It's just a fascinating way, like you said, of communicating with a lot of people. So what are you most excited about for the summit? Is there kind of one workshop or panelist that you're saying like, wow, I'm really excited about this?
Well, I was actually just up in New York City at the Javits Center for the 2019 NAB show, which is the National Association of Broadcasters show for New York. And I love that show because it brings so many top professionals together in one room. And so I got to meet with so many of my friends in the industry. And I'm kind of pulling all of them out of their booths where they're trying to sell their products, right, which is everyone's job in the industry, and trying to say, hey, let's all come together and find some common ground, bring some professionals up on stage, have a Q&A session. So I'm most excited about the people that will be there and the conversations that will surround the opportunities in live streaming. But I will say the esports panel is probably the most exciting for me. We're going to have a live esports tournament and a student-run broadcast where multiple schools from the New York City area, including Hofstra University, are going to be providing student camera operators and producers, journalists, on-camera talent, and play-by-play announcers to all kind of come together with the esports players and show this community of students and teachers and professionals all working together in the streaming media and esports, environment.
I like that you're definitely preparing the next generation of live streamers, and wherever, many of the different aspects of this industry, take our future with technology, there's going to be a lot of jobs available. So that's pretty exciting too.
I think so. There's a lot of career paths for students who are interested in esports, and I read a statistic that 70% of Americans play a video game, some sort of video game, every day. And when you think about the amount of kids playing video games now, the career path to becoming a professional esports player is more difficult than basketball or football. But these esports communities, organizations, school-run programs, these students are very technically apt, and they can learn skills like video production, camera operation, and be prepared for this esports industry, and there'll be tons of jobs there, like you mentioned.
That's definitely a great way to look at it, especially from a parent perspective. I have a 10-year-old son who I just can't tear him away from Fortnite most of the time. But, when you look at that other side of it, hey, they're, potentially building some skills for the future. So an event like the Stream Geek Summit will help to show high school and college age students some of the career paths that may not even be known as of next week, but they're coming. So
I 100% agree.
So anyway, I would say a couple of the other companies that might be worth mentioning that are going to be at the summit, LiveView, because we talked about mobile, and then LiveX, which is kind of another fun thing to talk about, especially with the holidays coming up in really not too long. So give us a little bit of brief information about, just tell our listeners about LiveView.
Sure. So LiveView is a company that's really been changing the game with a technology called cellular bonding. And if anyone's ever tried to live stream from their cell phone before, you can do it, and it's great, but it can get pixelated, you can lose your signal, and it doesn't create a broadcast quality production. And really the culmination of all this technology, whether it's the PTZ Optics cameras, I didn't get a chance to show this really cool little student broadcast arcade machine here with an Xbox controller. But all of this technology is becoming more and more affordable, and you're able to create a television broadcast. And LiveView specifically allows you to have a backpack with all of the technology that used to be in a giant satellite truck. You can imagine that television stations would drive with a massive truck. It would be expensive. There'd be a lot of gas, a lot of people required, really expensive packs. And over the years, over the past decade, that all fits into a backpack now. And that's what LiveView is helping provide for the summit for us to do some really great streaming.
It's really amazing how it's changed this technology has changed the face of journalism. When you think, back to 10, 15 years ago when people started blogging a lot, and, everyone was sort of a citizen journalist, and the print newspapers were made, people didn't rely as heavily on them. So, the same with people cutting the cord today with TV, and they're using streaming services. A company like LiveView has the opportunity to really create, citizen journalism as well.
Oh, yes. And with the upcoming election, I think there's a lot of different ways that live streaming will play into the 2020 election space. I jokingly tell people that Donald Trump was one of the probably best use cases for an election won with live streaming. He was a big underdog with the Republican nominees, and he was the only one live streaming every single rally. I actually saw it here in Westchester University. It was totally packed, could not get in to see his rally, and I was just watching from a live streaming technical perspective to see what he was doing, because that was very early on in the streaming days, but Trump had hired a team to follow him and live stream every rally, and almost all of his competitors in that space were not doing so, and he was able to grow a grassroots following very quickly.
Absolutely.
So this
And
upcoming election, we'll see a lot more people catching on to this.
so true, so true. And the folks from Live View will be there at the summit to kind of share some of their insights into all of that. The other company, LiveX, they do something pretty exciting. I'll let you tell our listeners about that.
Yeah, so LiveX is one of our sponsors. Their office is not far from the Stream Geek Summit in Chelsea, and every year they live stream the world's second largest live stream. The largest live stream is actually the World Cup, but the second world's largest, most watched live stream is the New York City ball drop every year, which is coming up in just a couple months. And that, you could imagine, is a technical marvel to look at, the 4K live streaming that they're able to accomplish with their team every year in New York City.
Yeah, I would say so. That's certainly a very exciting thing to do each year. So that's great. I mean, there are tickets available. Like I said, it's going to be kind of small, up close and personal. There's going to be this esports component. So if you're really interested in esports, definitely, make a day of it. Come down, check it out. Again, keynote by Jeffrey Colon. He is from Microsoft brand advertising brand studio. He's the head of their advertising brand studio. He's also the author of Disruptive Marketing. So he will be, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, he'll be signing copies of his book while on site as well, right?
That's right. So everyone who attends the summit will get a copy of Cologne's book, Disruptive Marketing. He's going to have a little area for signing his book, and with this type of technology, thinking about it as disruptive marketing, I think is very smart, because live streaming is smart marketing. And if you think about it from disruptive technology, I mean, the way Trump used it, if you just think about it, you cut out the traditional media channels and went right to the voters. That is what businesses can do. You can go directly to social media, skipping, very expensive channels to get your word out, and you can grow audiences on social media, which is a whole new world of targeting and marketing and advertising.
That's right, but you want to do it correctly. You don't want to just, try to do it like this, holding up your phone, because we've all seen those streams. They're not professional, and, you want people to take your product or your service seriously. So get into the business of live streaming. Come and join Paul and his team at the Stream Geek Summit next Friday, November the 8th, from 8 in the morning till 5 in the evening. Again, that's at the Dream Downtown in Chelsea in the Meatpacking District. So get your hotel room and, reach out to us if you have any questions. You can head over to their website, streamgeeks.us/summit. Maybe you can just stick that website up one more time so our viewers can see. You can purchase tickets directly from there. It goes through Eventbrite. If you want to attend any of those live streaming tours that I mentioned, like the one on Thursday evening, that is a separate ticket price. So you want to make sure that you click on that. So you can just click on that ticket button right there. And of course, CRS is for conference room systems. We have audio-visual solutions, including those live streaming cameras that I mentioned to you, live streaming equipment, the software to get started. If you have any questions, maybe you can't get to New York, there are virtual tickets for the summit that are available. But if you just want to ask one of our sales professionals a question, just pick up the phone and give us a call or send us an email at sales@crs-us Thanks for tuning in to another edition of CRS Tech Talk. Hope to see you in the Big Apple on November the 8th. See you next time.